Here we are, back in the garage, another full body workout. Today I'm going to talk about, just touch on a couple of supplements that I've started using and why, and also I'd like to touch on the one set to failure sort of mythology and what I really think that means. And it's basically, I'll do it and we'll see what the reality is. So that said, got the bench set as normal. Slight decline. I'm going to go into 3 sets of 8 this week. Set at 60 for the first set. The first set for me is a warm-up set. So Howie, let's go. Again, 10 reps, get things moving, get a bit of blood in the chest. This is me starting from cold. First set, like I say, to get things moving. So that said, I'll bring you back for the next set. Right, we're getting to our second set now. This is what I would call a sort of a pre-exhaustant set before we do hit our max set. Again, it's up to 90 kilos this time. A little bit heavier than I'm used to going on my second set. Just means extra work, just means it targets the muscle more, it means you have to work harder. It's all about, at the end of the day, is working the muscle. We're in, we'll get to the next one. Another 10 reps, starting to get feel it. So it's good stuff. Bring you back for the next set. Right, bar's now set at 110. I'll touch on one of the first supplements I use, and the reason why is cod liver oil. 2 cod liver oil tablets a day just helps with the joints. My age, makes sense. So another reason, it's full of omegas, good fats. It's just good for the joints, simple as that. No other reason. That said, enough of that shite, we'll get into this set. Eight reps, 110. Bring it back for the next set. Righto, 2 minutes rest. We're going to get into the final set. This will be the 4th, 5th set. Discount the warm-up set, so it'll be the 4th set of any sort of weight. It's now at 120. This is what I would call the working set, or the set to failure. I might not fail totally, which means I will get the weight up, but I'll be within a 1 rep of failing. Only do that because that's the safest way to do it without a spotter. I've got spotter bars, but always be safe. Right, enough of that crap. We'll get the next one, eh? Five reps. I could have gotten maybe another two, but like I say, always err on the side of safety. Bring you back for the next. Right up. We're now going into an incline press. The next supplement that I would recommend to people, especially living in the UK, is vitamin D. 1 tab a day, it's all you need. Basically, living in Great Britain, we don't get a great deal of sunshine, and that's where you get most of your vitamin D from. So, 1 vitamin D tab a day. That said, oh, again this set. Again, these lighter sets, that warm-up set, it gets a bit blood in to where the muscle groups are using this time. Upper chest, a bit of front delt in there. Should already be warm after flat. But again, you're working your way up to your final set, which is your set to failure. And I'll bring you back for the next set. Right, we're getting to our second set. Bar set at 80 kilos. You'll see when I'm training, I'll touch the bar just about here, where the clavicle comes in and meets the sternum here. There's a nice meaty bit of muscle. That's the bit of muscle I want to train. My angle is this, the line of gravity is that, so that is where I get the most force. So that gravity straight and down, as we know, straight and down through the arm. As you come down, I want to stress this part of the muscle. That is the maximum line of gravity, the maximum line of force. I want to put that force into this part of the muscle. That's how I think anyway. Anywho, enough of that shite. We'll get into this next set. Good deep stretch at the bottom. Touch the bar here. Leave these little twitches, half reps. You want to be right down. Good stretch at the bottom. Power up. Oh. Oh yeah, bugs. Good 8 reps, good stretch. All the way up, boom. Bring you back for the next set. Okay, well, my final set, again, what I would call the working set. The set that people say is 1 set to failure. This is it. The reason why they say it's 1 set to failure, because this is your maximum lift. And you're basically going as close to failure as you can. the myth behind this one set of failure is what you do beforehand. You don't just do one set. The sets leading up to that one set of failure, that is the important set, all have an impact on how the muscle responds. For example, I could do 3 sets of 60, right? And I'm going to be pretty fresh for doing this set of failure. I could probably lift heavier. What I have done is I increase incrementally towards that one set, so I'm maybe not lifting as heavy to that one set, but I've pre-exhausted the muscle, which makes it work harder, makes it feel heavier. It just hits the muscle in a different way. I find doing it that way, it gets the body used to the final weight. You're progressing slightly heavier, slightly heavier. You're not going in cold, you're not going to hurt yourself. It's a way of warming up really. So enough of that shite. We'll get into this one, we'll see how it goes. Again, if I don't hit the number in my head where I think I can get, or one above where I can get, I will do a drop set, basically to keep pushing, to keep forcing that growth, to keep forcing the muscle to do things it's not used to doing. That is how you grow. Hold on, let's do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I wanted it. Now that hit hard, but that is how you progress. Oh, nice. You know yourself when you're pushing it. You can feel it, that feels excellent. Right, bring it back for the next exercise. Right, before we get into our next exercise, the third supplement I take is called glucosamine sulfate with vitamin C. Basically what this does, it's for cartilage health. Again, it's for your joints, helps your cartilage repair itself. Take 1 a day. So my age stands to reason. Joint health is very important, especially when you're training, lifting heavy weights, etc. I will say none of these supplements or companies I associate with. I just go out and I buy the cheapest or best quality I can find for the money. Where they've come from is irrelevant. Go out, look for ones that suit your pocket with the best ingredients you can find, if that's what you want to use. But like I say, I've got no association with anybody selling this shit. So enough of that, we'll get into our next set, which is pronate chins. Well, I'll bring you back for a second. I'll just set up for it. There you go, set up. Basically I shift my bench out the road so I don't kick it as I get up. So I'll put you up there and we'll get into some chin ups, pronate chin ups. First set out. The reason why I use straps on this is I actually do wrap these straps while I'm doing this, is because my forearms here aren't as strong as all the muscles in my back. obviously, so I don't want my grip to fail before I've exhausted the back muscles. It's the only reason. People say don't use them. If your grip, if you're 17 stone or just under and you're trying to do chin-ups, it stands to reason your forearm or your grip's going to fail before the larger, stronger muscle groups in the back. It's as simple as that. Use your bobbin. Oh, we're getting to it. First set, bring you back for the next ones. Right, before I do this next set, I'm going to actually give myself a body weight check because I have been slightly, I've tickled my diet slightly. I've basically not eaten as much as I normally would. Diet's the same, I just cut the portion size. So let's have a look, see if I can somehow swap this round. There we are, there's a scale set to 0. I'll climb on. I'm 16 and a half stone now. I've actually lost half a stone, which I'm quite happy with. So I'll bring you back for the next set. Right, we'll get to my next set. I'm actually quite happy with that. I've lost 7 pounds in the space of 3-4 weeks since I've started. Roughly 3 or 4 weeks. I can't look at the diary when I changed my diet. I'd say 3 to 4 weeks I've lost 7 pounds. It's probably mainly water weight. I don't know, but I do feel better for it. Still quite strong, as you can see. So enough of that shite, we'll get in this next set. Next one, bring you back for the last set. Okay, we'll go again into our last set. And like the previous sets beforehand in the chest, I'm going to go, this is the set to failure. Again, the myth about one set to failure is what happens beforehand. Let's keep that in mind. I've done 2 sets there. The second set I was pretty close to failure. So this set, we'll see how many I can get. If I get to failure, it's failure. If I don't get to failure before I hit the number, I'll just keep going until I do fail. Well, that's why it's a set to failure. Enough of that shite. Oh. Okay, that's basically it. Just need to stop overthinking it. Just cut the crap and and flaming lift. I was going to swear there. Cut the crap and lift. That's what it's all about. You know yourself when you're training hard. Bring you back for the next exercise. Right, we're getting to the next exercise. We're sticking with back. We're going to do some barbell rows. Boom, bring it in. Let's do some. See how we'll go. First set again, light. Keeps the movement. Start pre-exhausting, ready for our big set. Oh. First set, 80 kilos. I was watching my namesake Dorian Yates on YouTube the other day. He was doing these, but he was pretty much upright and doing them. I tried to get a bit of a bend in the back, but he was lifting a hell of a lot more than me, like, but maybe I'm doing it wrong, I don't know. Anywho, it's enough of that. We'll bring you back for the next. Okay, here we go, second set, bars now up to 100 kilos, get some rows done. Oh, stop slacking, knee slackers allowed. Oh. Right, hitting hot towards the end there. It's had a few cheaters, but there's no wrong with that. Keep that weight moving. Bring it back for the next set. Well, we're going to hit our last set. Bars to 110. This is again the one set of failure. The old myth, the old magical, mystical myth. It's not really. Just they don't tell you about the warm-ups and the progression towards that one set. Okay, enough of that shite. Here we go. This is my fourth supplement that I take. Lo and behold, creatine monohydrate. Don't take it every day, just take it on training days. It just gives us that bit extra boost. I don't want to be full of water weight. I don't want to be, my muscles all big and puffy. I just use this to help restore any glycogen that's used throughout my routine. So if you want to load up, by all means do it. But I just use it as a supplement. Take it in the morning on the day of training, and that's it, twice a week. So that is my fourth supplement that I take. There is one more, but I'll bring you back for that. Oh, we'll get this set. One thing, no slackers allowed in this garage. Oh, stop slacking. Stop slacking. Oh, tight shite. If you can do the first few, we'll have decent form, and then you have to use momentum and try and get that up for the last few. That's you basically going to failure. That's basically trying to force a few more out, which is fine by me. Bring you back for the next exercise. Time to hit some shrugs. Oh. What about dubs? Let's hit some shrugs. Hey, some people say don't roll your shoulders, some people say do, some people go up, down, I go up and back, squeeze. I don't know, I think I get more activation by doing the shrug than squeezing back. Squeezes into your trapezius right in the middle of the back. I don't know, people do it different ways. Leave your comments, tell us what you think. Bring you back for the next exercise. Sorry, the next set. Wait, stuck with that couple of 10s on. I was watched that footage back of the two different methods, and I notice when I just go up and down, yeah, it probably works, probably hits the traps quite well. But when I go up and then roll back, I seem to get a better contraction. Even watching it on video, so I've been doing it for God knows how long now. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Oh. I don't know. It just feels better. Anywho, be back for the next one. We're getting to my final set. Barbell shrugs. Nice. Come on. Come in. Be back for the next exercise. Right, time to hit the heads of the shoulders and the dumbbell shoulder press. Oh, buddy lad, indeed. Oops. What the hell have I done that? No! Bloody hell's flames, man. There you go. Nah, I can't believe that. Unbelievable. What happened was when I put the first ones up, the two clips on the side hooked into each other. I couldn't get them apart. Anywho, that was eventful. Bring it back for the second set. That was unreal. Anywho, bring it back for the next set. I've changed them out for ones that can't do that. Oh, and we're getting the second set. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. That was better. Bring it back for the last set. Right, here we're going. Last set. If I can get 8, 9, 10, if I hit the magic number of 10, it's possibly time to put more weight on. 9, there or thereabouts. 8. So, we'll see how many I can get. We'll see what it feels like. This is the set to failure. One set to failure. But again, muscles pretty exhausted. And if you think about it, the poundages I'm lifting here, you've got to take into consideration that I'm not just coming in for a shoulder workout. I've done chest, I've done back, I've done rows, I've done, which are always in some form or another will hit the shoulder. Shrugs, just the whole 9 yards. So this is the final isolation for the 3 heads. Try and keep it as far back as you can, in line with your ear. So like I've talked about lines of gravity, you get the biggest line of force through the muscle. If you lean further back, it brings more chest into it. Again, that's a bigger, stronger muscle. So enough of that shite, we'll get into it. Come on. 10, come on. Went for it there, tried to blast them out. Got 10, but couldn't quite get 11. Oh, nice one, that hit. Bring it back, 4. Next exercise. Well, here we go. Went to our last major compound lift. Went to squats as usual. Start off light, get the movement, get the form. and then we'll bang some weights on in the next set. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how many we do. Again, I want to get as close to failure as I can. Hit them quads, hit the glutes, hit the smaller spinal erectors in the back, the smaller the back. Do this properly, hits your calves, basically hits everything. So, oh, it's enough of that shite. Right, so the first one's out the way, didn't feel too bad. Bring it back for the next ones. Before we get into our second set, I'll just say if you have any mobility issues with your Achilles, things like that, don't have squat shoes, etc. You know, just put a couple of small plates down to stand your heels on for when you squat. Just takes that stress off the Achilles. I broke my ankle 10 years, 15 years from now, and I just don't have full flexion in my left foot. I can't flex it right up, so that's why I use those. It just gives me a bit more stability when I'm actually squatting, and I can drive through the heel, drive through the foot. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to go down as far. I wouldn't get the 45-degree between the femur and the smaller muscles, smaller bones of the, what is it, the fibula. I don't know what they're called actually. The smaller, you've got two muscles that runs down your calf. You want a 45-degree, and if your foot's like that, or flat, you tend to go 90 degrees. If your foot's like that, you can get the 45. You'll see when I'm actually squatting. Anywho, enough of that. Let's get into it. Tibia and fibia? I don't know what they're called, one of the two. Yeah, it's a tibia and fibia, I think. Anywho. So stand on there with your heels on. Like that just gives you. Right, another good set. Bring you back for the next ones. We'll get my last set, we'll see how it goes. Weights up again, get some good strict squats out there. Hit these quads. Come on, we can do it. Come on. Come on. No, come on. No, come on. that's it for the day for squats, I think. Wow. Nice one. That's the last of the bigger compounds. We're going to go now hit some arms. I'll bring you back. Oh, then we'll get into some triceps. Let's see if we can get them blown up. Oh, first set. Set number uno. Take our second set. Bring you back for the last set. Oh, and this is the last set. See what we can do. Weight's crept up slightly, so let's see if we can get the failure. There, one set of failure. Oh. Failed. Bring you back for the next exercise. Right, my fifth and final supplement that I've just started using. Well, I've used it for years, but I've just started using it again. It reduced it to this routine. Once I start tweaking my nutrition is whey protein isolate. Again, choose the brand you want. Have a look about, see what's best for you. This has added branched chain aminos in as well. So whey protein, I use isolate, easy to digest, quick responding. Use on training days. I'll have a scoop just once a day, so helps with recovery, helps repair the muscle. So that's another of my supplements. That's my 5 supplements that I've started using since I've started doing this. I used to use them in the past. I find they work, especially the joint stuff. As you get older, I think it's quite important to look after your joints. So that's enough of that shite. We'll get this next set. We're gonna hit biceps. I think we're hitting quite hard today, so we'll start off with some 21s. 21s. Start off at the top. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in full range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the bottom. Now those really do hit, so bring you back for the second set. Time for our second set. Again, start at the top. All the way. And the bottom. No. Went too heavy. That's it. Just on the bottom. Wow, that hit the deer, I tell you. Oof. Anywho, bring it back for the next set. Right, last set of failure. Now I'm going to jump on and do some additional work just to totally exhaust the muscle. So, don't know how many I'll get, we'll see. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is what it's all about, come on. That's some toast. No, no. Come on. Right, I'm going to bring you back for one more set to failure. Breathing, taking at the barbell, blast them out until I can do no more. That's it guys, done. Arms, what I would call toast, I can't lift them. Anywho, that is another session done. A bit of myth busting about the one set to failure scenario. It's not just one set. What leads up to that one set counts. Anywho, as always, that's enough of that shite. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. Things are moving along, things are coming up. Summer's coming, so looking good. Catch you in the next one.